Focus, Susan, focus. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my end of fall book haul. Ooh, that rhymed. I tried to film this last week. It was meant to go up last week, but everything I filmed was out of focus. So it's not going to be a haul slash unboxing anymore. Now it's just going to be a haul. There are quite a few books in here, so I'm just going to get started. And I may not give synopses for all of these. However, as always, I will have their links down in the description bar. I'm going to start out with the books that I have already showed on my channel. These are books that I've received from subscription boxes. So if you guys are interested in seeing me unbox those and maybe talk a little bit more about these books, I will have those links up there for you guys to check out. I'm just going to quickly go through them because, like I said, I already talked about them there. BELZHAR by Meg Wolitzer. Then I have The End or something like that by Ellis. A World Without You by Beth Revis, and NEMESIS by Anna Banks. Again, I've already done unboxings for these. If you guys want to check it out, I'll have the link up there. I'm going to continue on with my book depository orders. I really wanted to get this around NaNoWriMo last year, but I kind of held off until recently. I watched Rihanna's non-fiction recommendations video. Rihanna from Little Library. Highly recommend her channel. So because of her, I decided to finally just take the plunge and buy this book, and I also picked up another one that was highly recommended on that video. But the first one is Stephen King's On Writing. From what I understand of this is Stephen King's memoir. However, there is also very useful information and advice for writers, which is the reason why I picked it up. So I have actually never read a Stephen King book, so it is going to be interesting jumping into Stephen King's writing through his memoir, but I actually have already started reading this. I'm a couple of pages in. I haven't gone very far. I'm only on chapter 2. But I have already started highlighting, so I feel like this is a book that I'm definitely gonna enjoy. And who knows, if I really like his writing, I may finally read a Stephen King book, which I'm not a huge fan of horror, but we'll see. And the next book is Into the Woods, How Stories Work and Why We Tell Them by Yorke. This is a book that I haven't really heard much of, but I was really intrigued when I saw it in Rihanna's video, and I did a little research, and it has really great reviews. This does focus a little bit more on script writing. However, I feel like a lot of the advice that is in here will be very applicable to just writing in general. I don't think a lot of this advice will be just limited to script writing, so I'm very excited to read this. I do want to try to get my hands on a few writing craft books, so if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. Next, I picked up Emma by Jane Austen. This is the third Jane Austen book in my collection, and I have yet to read any of them. You guys know I love the Penguin English Library editions, and this one in particular I feel like is very bendy. Like, just look at that. I am still a little sad that they took away the rubberized matte finish and the author portrait in the back, but these editions are still lovely, and I still want to keep collecting a few more of these. Hopefully I'll read Jane Austen soon though, because I really do need to read her. Next two books, I'm gonna show them together because there's a story about this one. The book that I bought and that I was meant to receive was Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales. This is the Puffin Classics edition that I absolutely love. I recently reread one of my favorite Hans Christian Andersen short stories, which is The Little Match Girl, and I really wanted to pick this up and read a few more. I also really want to get my hands on the Grimm's Fairy Tales one. However, I ordered this on the book depository, and there was a mistake in my shipment, and the first time around I ended up getting, I still keep in the envelope because I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do with this, God Smuggler by Brother Andrew. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how they got confused. I did contact them and they corrected the problem right away. They sent me that right away, but they never told me what I'm supposed to do with this. I got no return label or anything, and I am not going to spend my own money to ship this back to the UK. So yeah, I have this in my collection now. I'm just gonna put it back in here, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this, honestly. This next book is one that I picked up when I was down in LA with my friends a little while ago. If you follow me on social media, you'll know that my friend actually surprised us with Disneyland tickets. We went to Disneyland and Universal Studios, and while we were there, I think it was after Universal Studios, we stopped by a Target, and I didn't really mean to pick up any books until I saw this, and just out of curiosity, I checked what its price was on Amazon, and I think it was like $10 or $11. And since Target does price matching, Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas, this is the newest book in the Throne of Glass series. I actually pre-ordered this from Amazon, and for some reason my order was cancelled and I never got it. So yeah, I'm happy that this ended up happening because now I have the special Target edition which has this dust jacket. I am a Kale Selena shipper. It's gonna be so much fun to catch up on this series based on what I've heard, but yeah, it's beautiful. I have really liked the first two books in this series, and the last book comes out this year, so, or next year, because it's still 2016. I'm excited to finally catch up with this and cry because my ship has very obviously died. But that's fine. Next is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is a book that I've been meaning to pick up for the longest time, and what finally convinced me to pick it up is that this is actually one of Hannah's favorite books, and you guys know that I am very easily influenced at times, particularly I think when I hear someone get really excited about a book and you could just tell that they love it. It makes me want to pick it up so much more. And I actually got the vintage edition. I was really torn between getting this one or the new vintage edition, which is also beautiful. I'll have it here for you guys to see. That edition is still available on Book Depository, but this one is not available anymore unless you buy it through AbeBooks. It did come with a little bit of water damage, like you can kind of see that it's stained down here, and you can see some of the water damage in the bottom, but because this isn't really printed this way anymore, I'm completely fine with it. I am kind of obsessed with stained pages lately. I blame Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I really don't know much about what this book is about, and I intend to keep it that way. I've heard that that's the best way to go into this book, like just not knowing really much about it, so that's the way I am going to keep it. This is a book that I'm going to take to Mexico with me. I still haven't decided whether or not I want to take Six of Crows or Crooked Kingdom yet though. But this I'm definitely taking, and I'm planning on it being my plane read. However, no spoilers please if you have read this, but do let me know, am I gonna cry? I cry very easily when it comes to books and movies, and I'd rather not cry in public if I can help it. But let me know about this one. And then the last section of this haul was supposed to be my book outlet unboxing, but I already unboxed these. The first book that I picked up is one that I've seen on the book outlet a lot. And I finally decided to get it because I think it was like less than $2. A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. I haven't heard very many people talk about this, but every time I look at it, I just think that the synopsis is so cool. This is a love story that is told through the perspective of everyone around the main couple except for the main couple. So this is told through like their co-workers, teachers, like the Starbucks barista that they go to. Like, this is a story told through their eyes about these two kids who are falling in love, and I just think that's like such a cool concept. So I'm very intrigued. It is very short, so I feel like this is a good pick for just days when you just want to read something really quickly. And keeping up with the contemporary theme here, we have Summer Days and Summer Nights, edited by Stephanie Perkins. This is another collection of 12 short stories by 12 different authors. This is the companion novel to My True Love Gave to Me, or I guess not really a companion, but they're kind of a duo, I guess. That one is like more wintry, holiday themed. This one is obviously very summer vacation themed. Half of these authors I'm very familiar with. The other half, I don't think I've read anything by them. This will also be a really good way for me to get introduced to a few writers. Like, if I really like their stories in here, I'll be more inclined to pick up some of their full-length novels. So I'm very excited about that, but again, I probably won't read it until the summer. Next is a book that I've been dying to get my hands on since its release. It is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. I've heard such good things about this book. There's actually going to be a movie adaptation in which Amandla is playing the main character. I think she's, wait, no. Amandla goes by they, them, right? I'll try to refer to them that way. Oh, and if you don't know who they are, it's the actress who played Rue in the Hunger Games. Absolutely love them. I'm very excited to read this. It's a lot shorter than I thought it'd be. Like, for some reason I thought this would be a little bit of a thicker book. This is, I think, the only book in this whole haul that I picked kind of on a whim, because I haven't really heard much about it, but I do see it very often on Instagram, and it's really pretty. And then when I read the synopsis, it really reminded me of Anna and the French Kiss, which I love, so I decided to pick it up. Love and Gelato by Jenna Welch. As far as I know, the main protagonist in this is forced to go to Italy, I think Tuscany in particular, to reconnect with her dad. When she gets there, she finds her mother's old journal, and she goes on an adventure to all the places and all the things that her mother did when she was her age. In Tuscany at the time, or something like that. That's about everything I can say about that one. Okay, next is another book that I've had on my TBR for a while because I've heard a lot of people talk about. So I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I feel like this is a very hyped book. A lot of people love this book. As far as I know, this is a story about twin brothers who have had some sort of falling out earlier on in their lives. And this book is told through multiple perspectives, through different timelines. Part of the story is told when they were younger, before they had their falling out, kind of like leading up to what happened. And then the second timeline is after the event that caused them to drift apart. And I guess it'll be more about them reconnecting and trying to deal with what happened in the past. Again, it's a book that I've heard really good things about, so I'm very excited to read it. Next book is a nonfiction book, which is a little bit different for me, particularly this like last couple of months. I feel like I've needed a little bit of guidance and empowerment in my life, and this is a book that I've had my eye on for quite a while, and when I saw it on the book outlet, I decided to get it. It is Lean In for Graduates by Sheryl Sandberg. I feel like this will be a really good, inspiring book. On to the last two. I'm doing these together because they're by the same author and they're both coloring books. The Hipster Coloring Book by Charlotte Farmer and the Passive Aggressive Coloring Book for people who just don't get the whole calm thing. I picked these up because the drawings in here are a little bit bigger and less detailed than the other coloring book that I have, which is Secret Garden. I really like it, but I don't use it as much as I would like because I can only color so much at a time because it's so extremely detailed. If I pass a certain point, I start getting stressed out coloring, which kind of defeats the purpose of coloring for stress, you know? So I really wanted to get my hands on a coloring book that had less detailed artwork in there and finish a page in a day. Secret Garden, that's just not possible, to be honest. I mean, I do love it and the drawings are beautiful, but I don't end up coloring on it as often. So I'm hoping these will help me a little bit more with that, and I'll use these more often. Plus they're kind of funny. And then last but not least, I have an early Christmas gift from my little brother, my baby brother, who's apparently not such a baby anymore. He bought this for me, which is the illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Guys, I'm so predictable. And he also gave me this, which is a Ravenclaw decal slash sticker. I love it. I love it a lot. I'm gonna treasure this forever. That is it, guys. Those are all of the books that I have bought this fall. If you haven't read any of these books, please let me know what you thought about them in the comment section down below. Oh, and talking about the comment section, by the way, I'm sorry if I haven't really responded to comments. YouTube has just been really acting up lately and my notifications have been really off. I know like views and unsubscriptions have been really off for a lot of people as well. YouTube is a mess right now. Like some of the comments aren't even showing up. Like it'll show me that I have like a certain number of comments. When I click on them, like they just don't show up. So I have no idea what's going on with YouTube. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. If you see me not really responding to comments, it's probably because of that. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and I will see you next time. Bye guys!